Peace, love, and happiness. Love and happiness. Hope y'all doing all right. My name is Antoine, aka the plant-based poppy. Still getting used to that one. But yeah, that's a little ode or homage to my dad, because growing up he was the trendsetter, I'll say, for me to actually go plant-based and be comfortable in the transition that I've been going through. But that's another story for another time. Today, what I want to talk to you about is the fear of the unknown and how to embrace that fear and how to not let that fear stop us from walking into our light and being our true selves. So yeah, like I was saying, peace, love, and happiness and all that. But yeah, this video is more about embracing that fear of the unknown and actually being able to, or at least the things I'm going to be doing, or the things that have helped me get to this point where I'm at. But I think there's really no stopping to the evolution and the learning process. So even though I have learned how to embrace the unknown, there are still things that I need to learn to embrace the unknown and work in that fear of being uncomfortable or making myself uncomfortable to grow. So with that being said, let me just give y'all a little brief of what's been going on in my life and what's been happening from the donkey years of the last time I actually posted a video like this. But yeah, so in the last few months, actually, a little bit has happened. So what has happened? I actually left my job. I ended up leaving my job, my 9 to 5, to pursue my career. So like I was saying, yeah, so to catch you guys up, even to catch myself up on what's been going on. So I had I don't want to say a career change, but from last summer till now, what is it? I was working 3 jobs last summer, and then I ended up coming back out to Toronto and doing a job again with my father's company, renovation company, doing that. And then I ended up working at a dispensary to stay in Toronto and kind of settle in this city. All in all, those jobs weren't fulfilling. Like, yeah, they were doing what they were supposed to do and keep money in my pocket and keep me working the system like that and keeping those gears going. But for me personally, emotionally, spiritually, on all that, it wasn't fulfilling. Like, to work extended amount of hours took away time from even me being able to work out and do the things that I physically need and I want to do for myself. So it's like I can't keep working 12-hour shifts to then try and go and work out the way I'd like to work out, or even the way I need to work out, because I do need a certain amount of time and a certain amount of time for recovery, even to actually be able to do the things that my body is required, or I require my body to do. So I ended up leaving all those jobs behind, and now I'm here pursuing my career in the fitness world and in the health and wellness world and in this content creation world. So yeah, and even with that, that is something that I am, this last week has been a processing time, because I'm scared. I'm honestly, it's a fearful thing to think about. Oh, I don't know when exactly this is gonna work out, or when I'm gonna start seeing that quote unquote success with this stuff. I think to myself that I'm already a success just by taking that first step and saying, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. But it's still scary to be in this quote unquote capitalistic society where money is the root of a lot of things. Like, I need money to go and eat, like I need money to be able to pay for my phone bill and stuff like that. Like, these are things that are required, like, you know? So it's a scary thought to think, yeah, I know, like, I'm putting pretty much all my eggs in this basket, where it's like, whenever this works out for me in divine timing, like, it'll work out. So yeah, so it's a very scary thing to think about. Even like emotionally, it was taking its toll on me, because like, to not have that reliable source of income as of yet is like, oh, I'm really pinching pennies, or I got into that mindset of I have to pinch pennies again to survive, and I don't want to be in survival mode. Like, 2023 is the year to thrive. Like, I truly believe that. So that's why even now, like, it's a great time for me, or it seems like it's impeccable timing for me to be doing this, like, just shedding all the things that no longer serve me. So it brought up a lot of insecurities, and I guess I'll say almost like a trauma response to when I actually walked away from one of the biggest pillars in my life at the time. When I walked away from playing football back in 2016, 2017, like, even then was like, I was doing great with that, and all fine and dandy, could have played for many years after, but that was something that wasn't fulfilling me in that way anymore, where I would like it to fulfill me, or where it used to fulfill me when I was a child. Like, I had let this persona of me be created around that thing of football. Like, I became Antoine, the football player. I was an Antoine, the creative. I was an Antoine, the spiritual being. I was an Antoine, the quote unquote chef. I call myself a chef. I'm not, don't have no certificates, so don't quote me on it, but you gonna see. But yeah, I was an Antoine, all these other things that I truly like to do, like the poet, none of that stuff, like that are things that I truly like to do. I was just Antoine the football player, and I kind of got stuck in that box and ran with it as far as it could take me, or as far as I let it take me. So even that was like, me doing this, it kind of brought those up, and it was like, even after that whole experience, like the reinventing myself, or the resurfacing, not even reinventing, the resurfacing of my true self coming through that experience, like, it was a lot to shed. So it was a lot of challenges and a lot of just like trials, and it's like, yeah, the whole shebang. Like, it was a lot to go through for me personally. Like, if you've known me from those times to now, I'm sure you could see that there has been a lot of distance, even on social medias and stuff like that. Like, been very distant and very just to myself for the last 5 years, 7 years, however long it's been. Just keeping to myself and really just working on me, because yeah, like I said, it's a lot. It was a lot. Like, 12 years of football, to just go 12 years and literally like at the top of my game. Like, I was in the best shape I'd ever been in. Like, got to university, ended up starting in my second year of university, so at like 19, 20, ended up starting in a position I had very little experience in, to be able to say, yeah, like, this isn't it for me, and walk away. Like, it was a lot, like, especially like that ego side of it, like feeling like the man to just having no one else but yourself take that away from you. Like, I made that choice for me. It was a lot. So like, it was a lot to go through. And I even found that through having that time and space of being able to listen to my body and listen to actually what's going on, and not hear all this, oh, this is coming up, training sessions are coming up, like this period, like having my schedule set for me and being able to set my own schedule. Like, there was a lot of things that I had to deal with, and a lot of unknown things that I had to deal with, that I was like, oh wow, like I made the right choice. During making that choice, it was a scary thing again, because it's like I didn't know what was on the other side. But even going through that, those trials and those tribulations, like having the mindset that I have, or building the mindset that I wanted to build, like it really helped me see a lot of the things that I needed to work on, and where the work was most needed for me personally to grow into the individual that I would like to grow into, or I am and would like to be. Because like I said, the learning process, it never stops. So I'll forever be learning more about myself as the days go on, as the nights run. Like, I'll forever be learning. Like, that's just how I see it. So yeah, is the mindset that I had to really focus on was the things that challenge me are challenging me for growth. So they're not challenging me to cut me down, to break me down. Like, they're challenging me to grow. Like, these are areas in my life that I need to work on and focus on growth. So whether it be my patience, like taking time and really learning to absorb English. Learning to absorb information and really seeing out a full situation for what it is before making a decision, you know? Or even just emotional intelligence, like learning to, okay, this is the emotion I'm feeling. Why is it that I'm feeling this emotion? Okay, it stems from this. I don't need to respond or react like this anymore. I can respond like this because now I have worked on or learned that emotional process and that emotional intelligence to better create the realities that I want to live in. There's also things like just having delusional faith in believing that the Most High, so God, Allah, whatever you want to call him, the source, whatever you want to call her, the source, the almighty being, is always working for your favor, working in your favor. Like, they want what's best for you. So if this decision was something that I made, like leaving my 9-to-5 behind, leaving the whole 9-to-5 life behind, if this decision is something that I made for a reason, then the Most High got me. Like, she really not gonna let me down like that. As long as I'm willing to put in the work and willing to stay on the path that I've decided for myself through Source, in this life that I have been blessed with and given every day that I wake up, I have to remember and work towards and work in the reality that I want to be in. There's no way I can be let down. So just having that delusional faith, like, yeah, no, this is gonna work out. It's all gonna work out, because it even goes back to that, all things that challenge me. So even when things aren't working out, they're working out for me. Like, I may have wanted, let's say, even like this is something that just recently happened to me. I was looking to move and get an apartment and do this and that, and it didn't work out in my favor. Like, I was hurt. I was upset about it, but I couldn't be upset for too long. I'm not saying don't feel those emotions. Like, you gotta, like, again, the emotional intelligence thing. I was upset. I was hurt. Like, I was like, oh fuck, like excuse my language, but I was really like, yeah, like, come on now, like, you know, like, really, like, I was like, come on now, like, I did this and that, like, you know, I was hurt. But it's like, okay, this is not working out for me right now because there's something better. So instead of feeling unworthy of this situation or unworthy of this new move, you know, okay, this new move wasn't worthy of me right now. Like, it's just a change in perspectives. Like, really, the mindset had to change. Like, I'm constantly focused on keeping and shifting that mindset into, okay, everything is working out for my betterment and for me. Like, it's working out for the best. So that delusional faith and just, okay, it's all gonna work out. It's all good. Like, no worries, for real. Hakuna Matata. Like, that's a motto. Like, that's the motto to live by. Like, Hakuna Matata. And yeah, so it's like, I just have to keep practicing and completing those little steps. Like, even you, like, as you're moving forward and into the unknown, because the future is unknown. Like, who knows what tomorrow brings? No one. So it's like, as we continue to move forward into this unknown, like, my best advice that I have for myself that I can give to you is just continue to complete the small little steps that you want to see or that you know you need to do in order to live in the reality that you want for yourself, in order to reach those goals that you've set for yourself, in order to be that true expression of who you are. Complete those small little detailed tasks. Like, for me, if it's every morning I have to wake up and give myself half an hour to work out, whether I'm feeling injuries from past or I'm sluggish from going to bed late the night before, or whatever the excuse I can give myself, if I have to give myself those 30 minutes to feel as if I'm expressing myself truthfully and I'm working towards my goals and I'm living in the reality that I want to live in, then I will give myself those 30 minutes, whether the workout is intense, high energy, sweating buckets, whether it looks like that or it's okay, it's more of a stretch, it's more mobility, it's more of a mental workout that, okay, yeah, I'm actually here and I'm not just going through the motions, but I'm actually intentionally saying, you know what, I'm not feeling the best right now, so let me work on getting back to that state of feeling my best. So if that means, okay, I'm not picking up I'm not doing no high intensity workouts, I'm not doing no sweat inducing workouts like that, I'm just, okay, let me touch my toes. Let me see how long I can touch my toes for. Let me do my physio. Let me roll this out. Let me work this out this way for 30 minutes and have that intention of, okay, this is gonna work out for my betterment, for the best of me. I have to have that mindset, and just, you can carry that mindset too. So just carry that. It's always gonna work out. It's always gonna work out, whether it seems as if it's not working out for you, going through a breakup, losing a friend, whatever the case may be. Something is working out. It's working out for your best interest. Always. You have to have that delusional faith. So it'll always work out. Believe that delusionally. It'll always work out for you. And continue to make these small steps. So we gotta crawl before we walk before we run, and run before we fly. So yeah, that's just like how I can best explain how to embrace, or how I'm embracing, not how to, because I really can't tell you how to do nothing, really and truly. You're gonna take this video and either it's gonna resonate or you're gonna be like, this mom, I don't know what you talk about. And so either which way, I can't really tell you how to do nothing. This is how I best embrace the fear of the unknown, and how I go through my processes of, okay, this is a new challenge, this is something new coming my way. So how is this working out for me? How can I make this work for me? Things like that. Like, how can I learn as much as I can in this time that I have while this challenge is here in front of me? you know? And this challenge right now is really embracing the fear of the unknown. So if I have to be delusional in my faith, if I have to do the small detailed things, because I do believe the small works, like those little steps, like something as simple as drinking enough water every day, those little things help with my mental health, help with my physical health. Me getting 30 minutes, even though I want to be working out for 4 hours a day, me giving myself just 30 minutes a day to do something that helps me, that pushes me, propels me forward in such a manner where if I were to not do those things, that would drastically keep me back. You know? So it's just those small detailed things. And yeah, just don't be scared to let go and shed those inadequacies or anything that isn't fulfilling you anymore or at this moment in time. You gotta let go to receive. That's just the way it goes. That's just the balance of nature. Even right now, in the middle of winter, all the trees have shed their leaves. All the trees shed their leaves so that next spring they can bloom again. You know? So don't be scared to let go. That way you can receive your blessings. So with that, I think that's good enough. I think that's all I could say without circling back too many times. I'm gonna leave y'all on peace, love, and happiness. I got some food and some tea calling my name. So, y'all be easy.